Yeah, Shalom, Israel. Go ahead and get your questions together. We're going to go ahead and get started in a minute. Shalom, Courtney. Shalom, Moses. Oh, yeah, Moses, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Isupk, Mariana, Tom, what's going on, y'all? Gotta get y'all questions, man. We're going to go ahead. We're going to start up in here. I know it'll get a scripture breakdown class. We're going to officially start in a second here. Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. If you didn't know, we've been the Commander General GEN.YAHANNA since 1969. We can teach the truth out of this Bible that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? And we're going to be getting it in today, taking any questions you have. Today is the scripture breakdown class. So anything you need for camp, you know what I'm saying? Just regular questions in general about the Bible, about certain scriptures or whatever. Today's the day, so we're going to go ahead and get it in. I'll take any questions online. Just type any questions. Try to be as clear, detailed as you can, and we'll get them in. Any of you brothers got questions?
SKYPE, sir. I get a breakdown on Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 1.
You're gonna need a mic, brother. And if you ask them questions on the YouTube, if you could type in if you got a question on a particular verse, we're gonna need that verse if you have it. If not, you know what I mean. I get these priests some extra work, but type in your verse. Moses, if you got the chapter, type it in the one you're talking about, and we'll get it. If you don't know, just say you don't know. We got scholars in here. We'll look it up, but it's not guaranteed that what you're talking about is actually in there. So that's why you always ask. You come into the I.S.U.P.K, you'll learn to do that. I know y'all in the truth. Y'all coming into the truth. Y'all ain't giving no rhetoric from the Christian church or anything like that. But you want to get in. It's a good habit to have. Somebody says the Bible says one thing, you make sure and have them show you where it says that in the Bible. All right. So go ahead with your question now.
My question is, can I get a breakdown on Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 1? It says, "And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thy head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh, and divide the hair. Thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city, when the days of the siege are fulfilled. And thou shalt take a third part and smite about it with a knife, and a third part thou shalt scatter in the wind. And I will draw out a sword from them." So it's like, can I just get a breakdown on that and what it's talking about?
Okay, I mean, what chapter and verse?
Ezekiel chapter 5, starting at verse 1.
It started at verse 1. Well, you'd have to keep reading, but this is the Most High is having Ezekiel to show what's going to happen to the nation of Israel, to the children of Israel, what's going to happen, what he's doing. All this is like, it's like going to show, it's basically what's actually going to happen to them, but it's, like a symbol, what do they call it, like a similitude or like a symbol of whatever is about to happen. So when you started off, you said Ezekiel 5. Okay. Go up to the chapter before that and read like the last few verses of that.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 15. "Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cows' dung for men's dung."
Go above that. Go to really could read like the whole thing, but you started 6. Started 7.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 7. "Therefore thou shalt set thy face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and thine arm shall be uncovered, and thou shalt prophesy against it. And behold, I will lay bands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another, till thou hast ended the days of the siege of thy siege. Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in a vessel, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side."
Right. And listen, man, this thing here, I don't know. A lot of brothers, you say you want to come into the school, you want to become an officer, you want to get out on these streets and teach, you want to teach classes. You understand? It comes with more than, that. You know what I mean? It comes with you know, you sacrificing your time, your life, your, you know, sanity sometimes, you know what I'm saying, for the well-being of Jerusalem. You understand? Like, there's nobody under my charge who's going to suffer and I don't suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't go into captivity as one or two people or a couple families or a couple tribes. All of our people went into captivity. All of our people are suffering in the lowest conditions, man, in the worst neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, the worst schools, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that happens to all of us. But even the men of the Lord who are sent to, you know, let the people know what they should do, what they shouldn't be doing, they are not exempt, you know what I'm saying? And all these things that are going to happen to Jerusalem as a whole, basically Ezekiel is like suffering some part of it, you know what I'm saying, before it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessary, you know what I mean, that you know, a man who's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments goes through it, you know what I'm saying? But it's the cost to be the boss, man. Like, our king suffered and died the death penalty, a horrible death, you know what I'm saying? He walked the streets of Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying, just like everyone else did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went through the same things that every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian went through, you know what I'm saying, even though he committed no sins, you know what I'm saying? And this brother here, Ezekiel, he's getting, you know, like a taste of what Jerusalem or what the children of Israel are about to go through. Like, now he's seeing, like, the Lord is going to show him, he's going to make him do this, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, you know what I'm saying? So that, you know, it's like a precursor to what's about to happen to us as a nation. All right, so keep going from there.
390 days shalt thou eat thereof, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the 6th part of a hin. From time to time shalt thou drink, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight.
Like, this is torturous. You understand? Like, it's not anything different than what every other nigga has gone through, man. We all had to eat syrup sandwiches, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we you know, we're not in rulership anymore. We're not, you know, on top. We are at the bottom. We eat our food by measure. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might not have experienced it, man, but you couldn't just go in the refrigerator when I was a kid and just get whatever the hell you wanted out the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, that food had to last for a certain amount of time. It had to, you know, so this is like, you know, it's kind of like a famine. You know what I mean? Like, our people are going to go through. You still going to live. You're going to be going out there and working the fields or whatever, but you can't, you know what I'm saying, eat what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? You're going to eat this much. You know what I'm saying? People go hungry. You know what I'm saying? People are starving. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean, it's not enough food to eat. So this is, the Lord is making him do this before it even comes to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to eat your food this way. You're going to do this. You're going to be in pain. You're going to be suffering. You know what I'm saying? So this is all what's going to happen to the whole nation of Israel. Keep going.
Okay. And the Most High said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
There you go, man. That's America, man. That's Mexico and Puerto Rico and Haiti and the Dominican Republic and wherever else you can, South, Central America. You understand? Like, it's going on all over wherever a nigga is. You know what I'm saying? You're eating your defiled bread, man. That pork chop sandwich, them chitlins you eating might as well be cooked with dung that came from a man. You know what I'm saying? It's an abomination. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Because we're slaves on the earth. I mean, we had to find a way to make the worst parts of the pig taste, you know, somewhat edible. You know what I'm saying? We had to make do with whatever it is we had. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know, you live being on the bottom, breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. You're not on top. You're not eating what you want to eat, when you want to eat, and what you're supposed to eat. You eating whatever's there. You know what I'm saying? And this is, like it said, you're going to cook this with the dung that coming from a man, which goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Now, is this saying that we're supposed to eat pork chops and chitlins and use a man's dung to cook our food? No, but this is how bad it's going to get. And this is what, you know, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have gone through as a nation over time, but after this prophecy, you know what I'm saying? This brother is is prophesying, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is giving him the prophecy of what's going to happen to our people, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what this is. All right, keep going.
Come. Verse 14. Then said I, Most High power.
Where you at?
Ezekiel 4, verse 14.
Okay.
Then said I, O Most High, my power, behold, my soul has not been polluted for my.
Okay, let me help you out. When you read that again from the top.
Then said I, Most High, my power.
No, it's not how you read that. Spell Most High. Spell what you read as the Most High.
Okay. Capital Lord.
Right. That is not the Most High. We say the Most High for his name. That's when we say the Most High when you're reading it. So that's not his name. What is that? Lord. Yeah. Adawan. Okay. We were saying that's what it's saying. So then said I Lord, spell
capital
power. Yeah, you read that as the power. That's not the power. That's his name. It's in all capitals. You understand? So that would be the Most High. So it'd be our Lord Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's how he's saying. So just so you understand, it's for everyone. When you're reading, you know what I mean? The Most High, we read when you, instead of saying the Most High, instead of saying Yahweh, we say the Most High. Instead of saying the Most High's name, we'll say the Most High, in certain cases. But when you're reading it, you got to understand what you're reading. You know what I'm saying? That's where if you read it in the Hebrew, it would have his name there. You know what I'm saying? In all capitals. If it's not all capitals, that's not his name. It's what it is. It's the power, or it's Lord, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or Adawan, or God, or whatever, but that's not his name. So, all right, go ahead, read it again from top of 14.
Come. Then said I, Lord God, or Yahweh, behold, my soul have not been polluted. For from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which died of itself, or is torn in pieces. Neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith.
Basically, the Lord is letting them know, okay, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I know what I see what you're doing, brother. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to do that, even though I'm telling you to. He's damn near about to get in a fight with the Lord, which he's not. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, this is the test. I'm gonna pass this damn test. Like, nah, I've never done that. I don't plan on doing that. The Lord is like, okay, true that, but you still going to get some dung out of this. You know what I'm saying? So I'll replace it for man's dung. I'll give you cow's dung. Then how about that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so keep going.
Come. And thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. Mm-hmm. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment, that they may want bread and water, and be astonished one with another, and consume away for their iniquity.
So again, I've already explained that, so I don't think it needs to go. Okay, keep going.
I'm coming. Chapter 5, verse 1. And thou son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh, and divide the hair. Thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city, when the days of the siege are fulfilled. And thou shalt take a third part and smite about it with a knife. And a third part thou shalt scatter in the wind. And I will draw out a sword after them, that thou also take, that thou shalt also take thereof a few in number, and bind them in thy skirts. Then take of them again, and cast and cast them into the midst of the fire, and burn them in the fire. For therefore thereof shall a fire come forth into all the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, this is Jerusalem. I have set in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her, and she hath changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nations, and my statutes more than the countries that are round about her.
Right, man. Like we did dirty with it's like somebody giving you it's like somebody giving you their trust and their, you know what I'm saying, like they rocking with you, you know, like with the class monitor when the teacher used to leave the room and to leave somebody in charge. And this cat this woman that they left in charge, this little girl they left in charge of the room while she was gone, they get up and they dancing on the tables, you know what I'm saying, you know, lighting up cigarettes and weed in the classroom, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have done, like, I put you in charge, not just because I had to put you, you know what I'm saying, but because I trusted you, because I expected you to do this and that and the third. But you turned around and made, you know, my judgments horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did worse than what Johnny, who I'd have never put in charge, you did worse than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expected you to carry out, to write them names down when somebody got out of line and they did something they wasn't supposed to do. I expected you to carry out what, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be done in this classroom. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians did with the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, we took it and we did worse than anybody else did. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, we serve white Jesus better than white people do. You know what I'm saying? We serve Buddha better than Chinese people do. We serve the Islam God better than they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made a fool. Not, I should say it like that. It's kind of like you tried to make a fool out of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did he give it to us? Why did he give it to them niggas, man? Look at them. Look how they did that. You made his judgments as, you know, a horrible, wicked, disgusting thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't follow. You know what I mean? We did worse than anybody else probably would have did. You know what I mean? It's a scripture about that too, man. One of the scriptures says, like, these other nations, if the Lord would have gave them his laws, you know what I'm saying, they would have followed it. They would have served him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I forget what that said. Sounds like Jeremiah, but I can't remember what it said. Okay, keep going.
Come. And she hath changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nation, and my statutes more than the countries that are round about her. For they have refused my judgments and my statutes. They have not walked in them. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, it's like the Lord Yahweh, because ye multiplied more than the nations that are round about you, and have not walked in my statutes, neither have kept my judgments, neither have done according to the judgment of the nations that are round about you. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I, even I, am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee.
Right. So basically, all this is just to say, like, it started off, you know, him tying himself up, him eating his bread. Children of Israel were, you know, they were going to be in a tight situation. They ain't going to get their food how they supposed to be getting their food. You know what I'm saying? And this brother was going to sit there and eat barley and cakes and this and that and third, and cook it with, you know, feces. You understand? Like, to show and to, you know, like, symbolize what was going to happen to the children of Israel. Then when you get into 5, where it talks about him taking the hair and doing the same thing, the third part is going to be here. It basically, all of that is just saying, part of y'all is going to be effed up this way, part of y'all is going to be effed up this way. I'm going to draw the sword out against these cats over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you know, like the hair was representing the children of Israel. You understand? So, like, all of this is just this brother going through like a piece of what all of our nation was going to go through. You know what I'm saying?
So, if I could, all right, so basically, like, how do you? I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you could just break it down as, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen, and it's not the Most High making it lawful to shave, because I think that's what people have. Like, they try to, somebody tried to pull the scripture to say that it's lawful to shave the beard.
Is it lawful to eat cow shit? What about man shit? Man shit is unlawful, but cow shit is okay. Go back to 4 and 14.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 14. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, my soul hath not been polluted, for my mouth, from my youth up even till now, have I not eaten of that which dieth in itself, or is torn in pieces.
Right, which is just what the Lord, these are the laws of the Most High that he gave unto Moses, that Moses gave to the children of Israel. You can't eat anything that dies of itself. You can't eat feces, brother. You can't eat, any unlawful animal. You can't do that. This is not giving you, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, just mind you, right before you read this, is telling him, you're going to eat these cakes with the dung that comes out of a man. And that's why he's saying that, like, no, I've never done anything like that. No, hell no, that's not what this is what it is. Okay. I mean, anybody said that's just stupid. I don't even I don't see what the question is, like, even how that could be a question. Like, how can you say that this means that you can shave? The Lord said that you as an Israelite cannot mar the corners of your beard or round the corners of your head. That's the law. It doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? The Lord now told this brother to cut off his hair. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the Lord told me to do, I do it. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? Give me some. One of y'all give me the precept where it, what's his name? You tell him that Hosea to marry a whore. Okay? It's not what you're supposed to go and do, brother. But the Lord does what the hell he want to do. If tomorrow the Lord told me to eat a pork chop sandwich, nigga, I'd eat it. You think I'm gonna be like, oh, nope, you already said, no, I'm not. That's what he's doing right now. But at the end of the day, the Lord is like, nah, I feel you. You're gonna eat it today. This is what's happening. What makes him telling him to eat man's dung now and yesterday during Moses different? During Moses, he said you cannot eat dung. Now today he's telling Ezekiel to eat dung. What's different? Yeah, he's telling you what to do. It's an order. That's all it is. I just follow the order, whatever it is. You understand? If the Lord decided to change it and you could eat chitlins, I'm sure a bunch of Christian niggas would be ecstatic, you know what I'm saying, about it if they was trying to follow the Most High. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the Lord isn't telling Israel to do this. He's not telling Israel to go. We ain't supposed to go out. None of y'all go home and get dung that come out of a man and make no barley cakes with it. It's not what he's telling you to do. He's telling this brother to do it. It ain't got nothing to do with you. We reading about what this cat did. That's not for us. What he told Israel, what he told us as a nation to do, still stands. Until he comes and says, all right, now I want all of it. Now I want Ezekiel, I want you to go out here and I want you to tell all of Israel that they need to make their cakes with dung. And every man is to go out here and cut all his hair off. This is the order that he gave to Ezekiel for a purpose, to show some, what's going to happen to Israel, to show something, you know what I'm saying, for him to go through whatever. But at the end of the day, brother, that doesn't change the law. This is not a law. It's not a law that you have to shave your head. Is that what their argument is? Now you have to shave your head? Or now you can because Ezekiel did it? Right. The argument is that you can because Ezekiel did it. Yeah, they're just, I mean, I don't know who y'all be arguing with that. I wouldn't even entertain this. That is just as dumb as it can be because, brother, I see straight through you like a glass house. You just don't want to stop getting, your shape ups. You don't want to stop cutting your beard and your mustache off. You like the butt face, then nigga, that's you. But don't put that on the Most High. Don't put that. Don't say that. Like, that's not what this is saying at all. And it's clear. Like I couldn't see it any other way. This brother is doing this. He said it. We just read in 14 that no, I've never done that. I've never done anything that's unclean or disgusting or wrong ever in my life. This was a sign that he was showing him that this is how bad it's going to be for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Niggas eat chitlins to this day in 2021. Mm-hmm. Chitlins are still sold and bought by niggas. I don't think white people have ever bought chitlins. Do white people even buy chitlins? You still eat shit cases. That's what they are. They're cases that it carries the dung from the disgusting, nasty animal. You just want to eat chitlins, brother. That's all it is. You want to eat, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord was saying this is how bad it was going to be around the nations that we was going to be surrounded by. This is how bad it was going to be. You can't eat the wonderful things, brother. I remember the first time I ate lamb chops. Like, my goodness, man. This is what white people get to do all the time. I used to see it on different strokes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Niggas eating lamb chops and goddamn whatever. I've never had it. I eat pork chops, not lamb chops. That's what we eat. That's what we could afford. You understand? We're not supposed to, but that's how bad it is. This prophecy came true in America, in Haiti, in Mexico, in Guatemala, in Uruguay. These prophecies came true that the Lord told Ezekiel to show forth before it ever even happened. No one would ever even imagine cooking their cakes up with some dung. Meanwhile, you sopping up all the pig disgustingness with some bread in your chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happened. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean that that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to. I'm sure whoever says that, you know what I'm saying, they a Muslim or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would not eat poop. They wouldn't eat poop. You know what I'm saying? But they want to continue cutting their face, brother. I wouldn't even entertain that argument. You know what I'm saying, brother? You want to keep cutting your face? Know that you're wrong. Know that the law says in Leviticus chapter 19 that you can't do that. Now, if you want to take this because this brother cut all of his hair off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, for what the Lord is telling him to do. Listen, man, you not Ezekiel. You not a prophet of the Lord. You ain't doing nothing important about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You just doing it, you know, for that white girl you like, you got bigger problems, brother, than this scripture, understanding this scripture. So that's all. I wouldn't, like I said, how am I going to break it down to them? It's very simple. You go to Leviticus chapter 19 and you show what the law is, and you come here and this is what the Lord is telling this brother to show forth of what's going to happen unto Israel. This is a prophecy. There's never anybody else that the Lord tells to shave all their hair off or put a razor on their beard or whatever, nothing like that. This brother is taking it and is representing. You understand? Like, it's like a best way. This is just in case the nigga wanted to change his life. It's showing again. You don't want to eat poop, but it's showing how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? This is how we are. You're gonna have a bunch of bald-headed, clean-faced niggas running around here. You know what I'm saying? On the bottom, being taken to jail, being killed on the street, and nobody goes to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a bunch of, how do you not understand this? This is how bad it was going to be for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And this brother went through it first. Before anybody, you know, rocked a high and tight boosie fade, this nigga had it. Not by choice. He didn't want to do it. He wanted to follow what the Lord said, and that's the only reason he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't even our style. If the Lord said that's how he wants you to rock it, we'd rock it like that. He didn't want to do it because he didn't want to piss the Lord off. But every other black, Hispanic, and Native Indian didn't give a damn about pissing the Lord off, which is why these things are happening to this prophet first. Why he got to eat his bread with dung. Why he got to shave all his beard and all his hair off because of you, nigga. because of what you want to do, because you want to serve some other God, because you want to be up under some bitch, because you want to, like, that's it. You understand? So that's all this is. Let me get this brother to see if he got on this. Does that answer your question now? Let me see if the brother got the verse. The brother said his question is for a breakdown of that verse. He's going to paraphrase, man, you are dust, and the dust you shall return. I believe it's in Ecclesiastes, but he wants a breakdown for it. Or maybe not Ecclesiastes. It's I don't know where that's at. He didn't write down the what you call it.
Genesis. At the bottom it says Genesis.
Oh, okay.
Genesis chapter 3.
Okay, no sweat. Let's get that.
You got a few scriptures on here. All right, so this question is the word for dust in Genesis 19 the same as the one in Genesis 2 and 7?
Oh, I don't even see that. Okay, is it? Okay, I see. All right. So give me what you got? Genesis? What you got?
13. I mean 3 and 13.
And you said Genesis 2 and 7. Okay. All right. Let's read the Genesis 3 then. That's the one.
Book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Yeah, come and keep doing the class, our Monday night class right now. You need some? I'm not saying you need some. I get. Yeah, girl. Okay. Let's see. I'm on that. I was setting up the council. I was trying to get the date with the brother to cabinet.
So what are we about to read?
Genesis 3 and 13.
The question is, what are we reading that for?
Okay, so the question is, it's about the word dust. And he wants to know if the dust in chapter 3 and 19 is the same means the same as the one in Genesis 2 and 7. So we just read this. It says, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Right. So verse 19 right here is saying, like, you have to work to get, to be able to eat, right? You got to work, you're going to sweat, you know what I mean? You're going to till the field, and that's how you're going to be able to eat your bread, right? So, for dust thou, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken. So man was, formed from the dust of the ground. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Okay, so now we're going to go to, where are we going now?
The book of Genesis chapter 2 and 7.
Okay.
So like you said. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the Most High power formed man of the dust of the ground.
So what does that mean? That the Most High formed, right? Because he had already created man, right?
Right.
Chose a certain man and raised him up, you know what I mean, from his low state, from just, putting it in his mouth and trying to figure out, So this is, this. Keep reading.
Come. And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Right. So that life is the Most High dealing with this man and telling him and giving him instructions on how to live. You know what I'm saying? What to eat, what not to eat, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. So like this life, like being raised up from the dust here. Let's go back to 19.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
Right. This dust is different from verse 7 and verse 9, chapter 2. Right, it's different. So let's find where he created man at. You know what I mean? When he first created man.
It's, the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1:26. The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. And the power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the power created man in his own image. In the image of the power created he him. Male and female created he them. And the power blessed them. And the power said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
That was it.
Okay.
Verse 26. And the Most High said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air. This doesn't describe like the dust from which, you know what I mean? Like, what's the precept for like, I guess this would be it, but hold on. Dust of the earth. Yeah. And the Most High formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed. Okay, so we know in chapter 2 and verse 7, this is where the Most High raised up Adam and, put him over everything on the earth. So then we keep reading in chapter 3. Let me see. And 19. Let's read up some. There's a scripture that, you know, describes, that says, you know what I mean, like that we are formed from the dust or whatever.
That we formed from the dust.
Yeah. Dust of the earth. Okay, that's Genesis 2 and 7, but
Ecclesiastes 3:20.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 20.
All right, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 20. All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again.
All right, read up from that though. Go up. Let's see if it's saying, you know.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start at 16.
16, just go ahead. I mean, that's cool.
All right. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart, concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again.
Right. So, you know, that you died, guess what? You're going back into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like your body's gonna decay and it's gonna turn into dust. You know what I'm saying? So that's the dust that chapter 3 and verse 19 is speaking about. You know what I mean? Like your body does not last forever. You die, it decays, you know, it deteriorates and it becomes dust. You know what I'm saying? Like you fade away, you know what I mean? Like you deteriorate. But you have to understand over here in chapter 2 and verse 7, this is describing how the Most High raised up Adam from his low state. You know, he was, like in the dust, you know what I mean? Like, so this is two different things. So no, it's not the same. But, I'm gonna double check on that. You know, I'm gonna get with Cap and we'll double check on that. But this dust is saying that Adam was raised from a low state and the Most High, breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, right? So what's life? According to this book, not just living and breathing, you know what I'm saying? But what's life? You know what I'm saying? Let's get that, to show the brother, life is us being, having a certain way of living. You know what I mean? Like you can be alive, but if you're not, you know what I'm saying? if you're on the bottom, and like we were just talking about a little while ago, and you eating, dong, you baking your cakes with dong, that's not life. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be, that's horrible state. You know what I mean? Like you might as well be in the dust. You know what I'm saying? So, it's two different things here. Because like also it's telling you that because right here it's showing you, you know what I mean? Like when it says life, you know what I'm saying? Like he breathed the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Like he was already alive, right? He had created life over here in verse, what is it, chapter 1? He had already created, the man was already alive. You know what I'm saying? So this life is living a certain way. You know what I mean? So let's get that.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Read that again. I'm gonna try to get with you. Let's see if we got an apocrypha up here.
I got you.
Yeah, I got one right over
It's right there. I'll send that tonight. It's right there. It's one right
there. Okay. The water.
Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. So how, you know what I mean? Like, this is the book of the commandments of God. This is the life. This is the Most High breathing that life into man. You know what I'm saying? This is that process right here. The commandments. This is the life. And the law that endured forever. So it's never going to end. All they that keep it shall come to life. Now, how can you keep something? You know what I mean? Like, how can you come to life if you're not, you know what I mean? You're already alive. So you got to be able to be alive to keep, you know what I mean? These commandments. And if you keep these commandments, now this is you have life. But such as to leave it shall die. You know what I mean? It's in Exodus when Moses give you the choice of life and death. You know what I mean? Let's get that, because like the life is you being in a certain state, living a certain way. You know what I mean? Like death is the same thing. It's the opposite. You living in a low state. This is where Adam was before he breathed the life. You know what I mean? Gave him the breath of life. You know what I'm saying? He was in a low state. He was down low. He was eat anything he could find. You know, it didn't matter. You know, he was gonna put it in his mouth, chew it, and swallow it. You know what I'm saying? So that there's a difference between life and death. You're already alive. This book is just telling you life is living a certain way and death is living a certain way according to these commandments. According to the commandments that the Most High gave us, you keep the commandments, you will be in you won't be in a low state. You won't be in the dust. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't keep it, you're going right back into the dust. You know what I'm saying? Where, like today, that dust is the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? That dust is, the white man being able over top of you. You know what I'm saying? Like we were meant to be on top. You know, we were the chosen people. God is, chose us and dealt with us. He had dealt so with no other nation. We're the ones supposed to have that life. You know what I mean? The life that the Edomites live today. You know what I mean? We should have that life. We should be on top. We should be making decisions. We should be telling people, you know what I mean, when they're going to eat and what they're going to drink. Like we just read, what was that in Ezekiel? when it's saying we'll have to eat, you know, a certain amount and drink a certain amount, we should be telling other nations how much they'll eat on a daily basis and, you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So what we got?
Oh, so like I have Deuteronomy 30, verse 19.
What you got, Shratazak?
I got the same thing. I got verse 15, Deuteronomy 30 and 15.
What you got, Itazak?
Verse 30 and 19.
Let's start at 15. Just work our way down.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil, and that I can command thee this day to love the Most High, thy power, to walk in his ways, and to do his commandment, and to keep his commandment, and his statutes, and his judgment, that thou mayest live and multiply.
Yeah, see, live. This is the life you want to live. But how do you live this life? It tells you that you keep the commandments,
Right.
and you love the Most High. Like, loving the Most High is what?
Do what he said.
Right. That's love, to keep the commandments. You know what I mean? Like that, if you just love God, you just love the Most High, you would be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you love somebody, you're going to do what they say. You love your mama and she, you know, get ready to leave the house and she tell you to do something, you're going to do it. And she going to know it when she come back. Man, that boy love me. You know what I mean? Like, he love his mama. You hear people, you hear women say that, you know, they talk about my baby love his mama, you know? Yeah, because he do what you say. If he didn't do, you know what I mean? Like what you said, you'd be like, that boy hate me. You know what I mean? Like, let's read it from the top. Like, that's the life. This book is not talking about physical life, or you know what I mean? Like, you know, like conceiving, you know what I mean? Like the seed and, you know, a copulation. This is talking about how to live the life that, you know, the Most High chose for you. Read it. All right, Tazal.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
Right. Life is good. You know what I mean? Life is good. You're following the laws, statutes, and commandments. You're loving God. Death is evil. You hate the Most High. You want to shave your beard. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a homosexual. You want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Read.
In that I command thee this day to love the Most High, thy power.
It's a commandment. You know what I mean? Like, love your creator. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I mean? You come out the matrix. You love your mom and daddy. Love the man who created, the power that created all, you know, living flesh on this earth. Read.
Okay. To walk in his ways and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgment, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Most High thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, to live, you know what I mean? Like, and to multiply, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we're a minority right now. You know what I mean? Like, we should be the majority. You know what I mean? Like, our babies shouldn't be dying in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we dying, you know, like at a, you know what I mean? Like at a substantial rate. It's, you know, it's concerning. You know what I mean? Like, but only people that are concerned about it is the men in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? Like, we truly are, you know what I mean, concerned about it and want to change it. You know, we want this thing to change. You know, we don't want our people to keep dying. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want us to live death. We're living death. We want to live the life, you know, that the Most High gave for us. Go ahead, Itazal.
But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
Right. You're going to perish. You're going to die in the streets. You're going to have high blood pressure. You're going to have heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like early death. You know what I mean? Like, and it's because right here it's saying if you turn away, But if thine turn their heart away, so that thou will not hear what we're telling you, those laws, statutes, and commandments, right up here in verse 16, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou will not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, then that's the death. You know what I'm saying? You're no longer living the life that the Most High raised you up to live. You'd rather be in the dust. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, start at 18 again.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possession.
Right.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing.
That's the life and death. Like you got life, you're blessed. You got death, you're cursed. And that's in the book of Deuteronomy, right here, a couple chapters back. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Right. So you're already alive.
Right.
You're already alive, and the Most High is telling you to choose life. You know what I'm saying? That's living in a certain, you know what I mean? Like, you're living in a certain, how can I say it? Above other people. You know what I mean? Like you are deciding to be the upper class.
So like sand can't choose to live.
Right. A rock can't choose to live. You know what I mean? Like, you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is giving you a choice. Oh, I got a choice, huh? Yeah, you got a choice. You know what I mean? Like, you're either going to be cursed or you're going to be blessed. Right. Like, it's so crazy to me how niggas think they blessed in the ghetto. You're on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, I was riding through, you know what I mean, the neighborhood today where I live, and I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, dang, you know what I mean? Like, white people don't live like this. Like, they just don't live like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no neighborhood that is just majority white people that look like the neighborhoods we live in. That's death, man. We chose death.
And they chose to be there with it. Like, you saying, when you see them,
yeah, that's the choice.
That's their choice.
Yeah, they made a choice. You know what I'm saying? They made a choice because they wanted, you know what I mean? Like, some people, some of them white people, all they think about is, you know, well, all of them really think about, you know, getting high and stuff like that. But some of them just take it so far till they don't care about anything else. You know what I mean? Like, so that's their choice to be there. You know what I mean? Like, just like the niggas made the choice to be there. You know what I mean? Like, but it's been so long to, like, we don't even realize we're making that choice. We think it's just, that's where we are. You know, that's the way it is. It's a choice, nigga. You making a choice every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, life or death. You know, and then, like, you know, you still gonna, like, because we all, like Cap said a little while ago, we all came into slavery together. There's so many black people that, you know what I mean, like, they're selfish. You know what I mean? Like, because all they think about, and it's not even, you know, we've been taught a certain thing here in America. You know what I mean? We was raised to think this way, and we were brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To think that all you need to take care of is your house, your babies, and, you know what I mean, maybe your spouse, because, you know, niggas will leave their spouse in, you know, a hot second. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, this is the life that the Most High gave us, and the death, and it's just the law, statutes, and commandments, the curses or the blessings. So that's the life that was spoke of in the book of Genesis, chapter 2. What was it? 2 and 7. Yeah, chapter 2 and verse 7. And then in chapter 3 and verse 19, that's talking about physically dying. You know what I mean? So that's the physical death. Over in chapter 2 is the spiritual, I guess you could say. I've never heard that said, so I won't say that, but that's the life over in chapter 2 is your state of living. You know what I mean? So that's that. What else we got? Right, it's your condition, the state you live in, you know, and it's all based on, you know, you either loving or hating the God, the true God of this Bible. You know what I mean? Because I have people that say stuff to me sometimes, you know, and it sticks to me. You know what I mean? Like I try to tell somebody something about, you know, the truth about this Bible, and they'll say, well, my God said this and said that. And I'm like, well, your God is not the God of this Bible. Your God is not the God of, you know, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You got a different God. Your God is weed. You know what I'm saying? Your God is sleeping with white women. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the God of this Bible. So that's it on that, man. All right, so nothing else online. You ain't got nothing else. If you could give me, hand me that little book over there. It's the blue one, I think, and we'll go more into law, statutes, and commandments, and you know, try to live a life that the Most High made for us to live, or you know, gave us to live. All we had to do was make a choice. I like what you said earlier about, you know what I mean, like how to love, you know what I mean? Loving God is keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. Fearing him is keeping, you know what I mean, his laws, statutes, and commandments. And it says the fear of the Most High. What's that scripture? The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. See if you can get that one for me. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. And that's how, you know what I mean, you'll get that life that the Most High have for us. And not death. Like you fear the Most High, you'll do what he said. You fear, you know what I mean, the Most High, and like you'll be blessed. But we don't fear, the Christian church definitely don't fear, you know what I mean. They make a mockery out of this book. They make a mockery out of the Most High. They play games with him. And, you know, that's why we are basically in the condition we're in, because we're being taught that the Most High is a punk. You know what I mean? Like, he won't kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to send his son back, and all the hell that's going on the earth, nobody's going to get punished for it. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. Salaki. Where you at?
The book of Proverbs 9, verse 10.
Give me a minute to get there. We're going to the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 10. And this is going to, you know, tell you fearing the Most High is what we should be doing. Fearing the Most High is how we're supposed to live. Okay?
Book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
What is wisdom? It's like what? Come on, so the water.
Where we at?
I was just going into fear of the Most High. We didn't have any questions at the moment.
No. I'm gonna say, did y'all have any questions? So you took me into a whole topic I don't know nothing about. Ooh wait. All right. All right. No one else has any questions. Y'all don't have no questions, and you was about to go into what, brother?
I was just gonna bring out fear of the Most High is wisdom.
Okay. Well, I'll go into that way. If anybody got any other questions or whatever, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, the brother. The last question that we was on. Did you finish that, or did I need to finish him?
Yeah. The question was, was the dust the same in Genesis chapter 2? I think I cleared it up for him. Chapter 2, verse 7.
So he good to go.
Come.
Okay. So, bam and bam, done and done. All right. So where we at? Proverbs where?
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10.
Go ahead.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
All right. What is the fear of the Most High? Is the question you should be asking. Right. This is the question. Question in this one, what Christians don't understand, and what these other nations do not understand if they ever pick up the Bible. They don't know the fear of the Most High. They think the fear of the Most High is you supposed to be scared that he's going to strike you with lightning and this, that, and the third because of whatever. I mean, you could be afraid of that too. That is definitely goes with it. But what is the real fear of the Most High? You understand? The fear of the Most High is fearing what he is going to do for you, not keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. Right. If that bothers you, like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, our mothers raised us to be afraid of the white man, afraid of the police, afraid of breaking the law, right? Why? Because
there would be a punishment.
Right. There's a punishment for that. I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want my son, I don't want to have to come and look at you through a glass. You know what I'm saying? Hand up on you and all that. You understand? Like, that's a good citizen. That's a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started in slavery, you don't say this. When the master come around, don't look him in his eye. You look down at the ground. You understand? That's the fear of the one that's over you, so that you make sure you don't have to deal with the punishment that comes with that. Well, that's the fear of the Most High. The fear of the Most High is, I don't want to have to get struck by lightning. I don't want to have to live in the ghettos and barrios and reservations. I don't want, for people to be able to just kill my kids and they get away with it. And I can't do, there's no power in my hand whatsoever. You understand? So the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. This is where it starts. This is where your mama starts you out when you were a young kid. You know what I'm saying? She teach you to fear your oppressor, to fear the people who, got the power over you to do with you, not give you a job. Cut all that hair off your face. Get your hair. Boy, you need a haircut. All that. That's old school. Niggas don't even say that no more. The way these niggas wear their hair now is just, I be wanting to say something. My kids, okay, I ain't even going to. It's rough.
I hear you, sir.
But they are doing that in the world. Like, that's why I don't say nothing to my kids. They're doing that in the world because they fear what could happen to you, what could happen to them. You know what I'm saying? They might not get no more business, at their restaurant or whatever, because of your black ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of what you doing, this, that, and the third. Stop. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like that. Say your word like this. No, it is street. Not screet. Not screet. Yeah, napkin with a P, nigga. Not napkin. You and have you talk right, talk the good white. What did the slaves used to say? The good white man, the white man's English, good white man's English. And you need to tighten up. Why? Because they feared the white man. They feared their slave owners. They fear their boss. They fear the police. They fear the society that's around them, these nations that are around them that have the power to do with them what they will. Well, in the truth, we understand that none of that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. For us, fearing what the Lord will do to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care that nobody likes my braids and beard and boots and, you know, shields and fringes and all of that. I could give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I fear the Most High. I don't want to cut. That's what we read in Ezekiel earlier. Ezekiel was like, nigga, I have never ate none of that. You know why? Because Ezekiel feared the Most High. He did not want to go against him, even though the Lord was giving him a whole nother order. He was like, it's not going to sound like a fucking test. Is that a test? Somebody trying to jam me up? I'm not getting jammed up on them simple. That way I should have passed that one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. That's where you start to become somebody who can rule, who can have, you know, children, who can have wives, who can have a husband, who can, you know, have a business, whatever. You understand? Like if you fear the Most High, you gonna shut that sucker down on the Sabbath day. You don't have nobody working on the Sabbath. Why? Because you don't want your shit to go out of business. I want to keep this thing rocking and rolling, nigga. I could give a damn about the white man. The white man, he like to spend on Saturday, not in my business, because I serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So the fear of the Most High is the beginning of your wisdom. It's the beginning of you taking it on to the next level. You brothers, you know what I'm saying? The fear of the Most High is the beginning of your wisdom. You come here, you listen. You fear the Most High, you're going to listen to Moses. You're going to listen to Noah. You're going to be like, okay, this brother, the Lord is rocking with him. He said, I got to do what? Get on this boat. Nigga, for what? There's no water. You're in the middle of the desert. Why am I getting on this? Nigga, you better get on this boat. If y'all, see, niggas don't even think about it, bro. Could you imagine what that was like? Bro, get on a boat. Nigga, you're on. This nigga knows. Y'all see this nigga? I'm gonna lock the door though when I get on this joint. When I get on, it's gonna be locked. You should have listened to him. You know what I'm saying? If you fear the Most High, this brother is obviously rocking with the Most High, man. Moses, put the blood on your doorpost. Moses, for real, nigga. Yeah. I gotta put some blood on my. I gotta kill and put it on my nigga. You know how hard that shit is to get out of wood.
Right. Then you like, man, the fly's gonna be up.
I'm never gonna get that stain out. Nigga, if you don't put some blood on your doorpost, bro, at the end of the day, it's like how we are, you know, in the truth. It's the same thing. You put on all black. Raise your hand. Shut your damn mouth. Do this. Do that. Da-da-da-da-da. You better listen. Why? Why should you listen?
It's like, sir. Because you should fear the Most High. And what we are telling you, you know what I mean? Like, we are going to lead you in a way that the Most High has you go.
I mean, that is the general consensus. Like how we stand on the fact that we roll with the Most High, that we serve the Most High. You should see it. Like nobody should come into the school and just listen to us just cause us. You know what I'm saying? They should watch what you do. That's why every brother and sister in here should be cognizant of what they do on Facebook and this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because people are watching to see, okay, this cat really does serve the Most High. That's all it says in the scripture. This nigga, yeah, I mean, like, for nothing. What's that scripture? Give me that scripture in Matthew, man, where it says, man, if that you should believe me, if not for what did he say? If not for the work's sake. What did he say? How he said?
Not for. It said, but at least for the work's sake.
Man, give me that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing, man. Like just watching what Moses did, watching what Noah did, and how he carried himself, how he, you know. At the end of the day, you got it a lot easier than the people that had to follow Noah and get on that boat in the middle of the desert or follow Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord was speaking to Moses up on the mountain by himself. You know what I'm saying? It was no Bible. back in Moses' days. We didn't get all of the instances, the precepts, and the whatever happened before in that time. Now you've gotten to see a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? You should recognize that the men in I.S.U.P.K. upon the Commander Gen.YAHANNA, man, like we hold ourselves to a different standard. You know what I'm saying? The things that we tell you to do is not for our benefit. Everything we tell you to do is for your benefit only, because we serve the Most High. So if you serve the Most High, you should listen to a man of the Lord. You should listen to a brother that the Lord is with to save your own damn life, to keep you from being jammed up at the end of the day, man. So this fear that we have in I.S.U.P.K, I don't fear Commander Gen.YAHANNA. I don't fear, any brother that's over me. I fear the Lord. And I fear not listening to Commander Gen.YAHANNA because the Lord put him in charge. The Lord put him over the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, him holding on to this truth, I'd still be doing everything that pissed the Lord off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm for sure going to hear it. I'm for sure going to do it. The brothers that come in here, they put on all black because they see what Commander Gen.YAHANNA is doing. They see what GEN.YAHANNA is doing. They see what GEN.YAHANNA is doing. You understand? They like, yo, this brother I can listen to. You know what I'm saying? This brother, he's rocking with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beginning of your wisdom. You come in here and you learn to put on all black and ask 1,000,001 questions, you'll be a wise man real soon, man. You ask Commander Gen.YAHANNA, General Muhammad, whatever you need. You ask me. You ask whoever you need to ask. You know what I'm saying? So that you can become a wise. It's the beginning, but you got to know, what real is. You gotta recognize a real nigga when you see one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is in here, brother. You recognize what it is. That's the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You'll get to come in here and learn and become the wisest thing spoken on your block, in your city, in your state. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, man, we're gonna rock the whole world, man. So who got that precept?
Book of John, chapter 14, verse 9, verse 8. Philip said unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Yahushua said unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip?
Right, like we just read it, man. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. This cat said what?
Show us the Father, and it sufficeth us.
All right, like okay, well, show us the Father. The Lord with you. The Lord, you rocking with the Lord is with you. Better show us the Father, and then we'll believe you. That's basically what he's saying. It suffices. That's enough for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us the Father then. Yeah, I've been rocking with you so long, you don't know me. Well, show us the Father, and we'll believe you. Keep going.
Yahushua said unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me has seen the Father.
Right. When you see us, man, when you see the men in the I.S.U.P.K, man, you know what I'm saying? You see these generals in here, man. You see these captains in here, you done seen the Most High. This is what the Lord wanted it to be. This is how you're supposed to be. This is how the Lord would deal with another brother or with another sister. This is how the Lord would deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the other nations or whatever. Like that's the whole point what Christ is telling him. Like, you know what? You see me, you're seeing the Most High. Because Christ feared the Most High. He only did what the Lord wanted him to do. That's what, a slave that fears your, mammy back then that told you, look down at the ground. When you saw her, you saw a master. Mm-hmm. What they used to say? We sick.
Yeah, we sick. Also.
You know why? Because that slave is the master, nigga. Whatever the master want, that's what the hell I want. I like that. You like it? I love it. Everybody good with that, right? Boy, shut your mouth. You don't like when you say that. Put your tighten that tie. Tuck your shirt in. Because when you saw Mammy, you saw Massa.
Wow.
All day, every day. Wow. That's what it was. Because they feared him. Why would you not fear them? They would kill your black ass immediately. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. That's how we are in the truth. You see me, nigga, you seeing the Most High, nigga. I told somebody at the Juneteenth, I don't do what I like anymore. Leave it up to me. I'd have a pepperoni pizza right now. slathered with ham. That what they call that Canadian ham. You know, the little ugly one. What? And the sausage. You gotta have the sausage on there. But when you see me eat, you watching the Lord eat, nigga. That's what it's not me. It's not what I want. I would rather something else, but it's not me. It's not me that do it. You know what I'm saying? This is the Lord that's doing this. The Lord is with me. The only reason I got the strength to do it. You know what I'm saying? Who I marry, who I get with, that's the Lord, nigga. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's why a deep sleep had to come over Adam. You know what I'm saying? Because let Adam choose, he chooses something else. The Lord gave him what he was supposed to do. So at the end of the day, when you come into the truth, like I said, you see these generals, these captains, you see in the Lord. What you watch them do, what you see them do, that's what the Lord would do. And that is why I listen. That's why I follow the orders. You know what I'm saying? Because I fear the Lord. I don't fear him. I don't fear the nigga that's doing it. You got to fear Christ. Fear Christ for what? Christ finna die for you. What you fear him for? I fear the one that's going to kill my black ass. That's the one I fear. And the Lord will for sure kill you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Once you understand this dynamic, once you understand the rank and the order, once you understand how the Lord got things set up, you are on your way to becoming a wise sister. You understand? You're on your way to becoming a wise man. You know what I mean? Where are we at? Select, I lost you.
Book of John, chapter 14, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yahushua said unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip?
I've been with you all this time. You see what the hell I do, and you still don't know who it is you seeing? Keep going.
He that has seen me has seen the Father.
That's who you seeing. I've been with you all this time, nigga, and you don't know that this ain't me, nigga. If it was me, I'd be doing the same dumbass shit you did. That's what we got. That's what we say it can't. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I don't. It's not me. I'm no better and no different than any brother, any sister out here. The things that you like and the things that you want and the things you'd rather do, I'm the same. The difference between me and you is I killed me. You love you. You have your birthday every year and everything. It's all about you. For me, it's all about the Most High and the people of the Lord. I am last on the damn list. I'm not even included. Nigga. If it was up to me, I would not be sitting here right now. Niggas don't even got no questions. I wouldn't be sitting here. It was up to me, but I can't. I fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to be here. I'm going to do what I don't want to do. Christ did not want to die for my black ass. Look it up. He did not want to do that. Christ would have rather lived. He would rather not been tortured and put through excruciating pain for a nigga that wanted him to die. He would rather not do it. But he feared the Most High. So what he wanted meant nothing. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. He asked the Lord if this cup could be taken from him. So at the end of the day, the fear of the Lord, it supersedes everything else. The fear of the Lord is what's going to make you wise. The day when you leave alone the things that you like and the things that you think are important and the things that you would rather is the day you begin to be wise. Keep going.
And how sayest then, he that has seen me hath seen the Father? And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself.
We come to class. We do class every three days out the week. We go to camp every week. We do that so that we don't say our words. You know what I'm saying? So that we can help Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians through the words of the Most High and not ours. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing what we're doing. I'm not speaking my words unto you. Yeah, I'd rather, whatever. Brother said, get a pencil line up too. Let me get one of them. That's cool. I'd rather a lot of things, but I don't do it. The words that you hear me speak, they are the words of the Most High. Pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster are disgusting. They're an abomination. Why would you do that? I mean, damn the white man, white woman, and their children. That's not me. That's the Lord. Keep going.
The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me. He doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me.
He's doing this again. It is not. It's the Father. It's the Spirit of the Most High. Is another way to say it. That's doing this. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit, the fact that I want to please the Lord, the fact that I fear the Most High, it's Him doing the works. So it's no longer me doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's another one. Where we at? You had the one in Proverbs, right? Who's holding Proverbs?
Nah, sir, I don't have. I got
Proverbs 9.
Whatever we was just reading.
Yeah, I was reading.
Okay, so you can go back to that. I want you to get me
This is the part.
give me the one in Romans. Go ahead, you can finish.
Okay.
Give me the one in Romans. I'll get you in a second. Go ahead.
Okay. The book of John, chapter 14, verse 11. Believe in me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very works' sake.
Okay, man. Just listen. You can take my word for it, but seeing is believing. So watch what I do. I'm telling you the words I'm speaking to you, they're not mine. But not only am I speaking the words to you, I'm also doing what the Lord says to do. So if you don't just believe the words of the Most High, then I'm not your Christian pastor. I'm not your Muslim imam or the Catholic priest. Believe me for the work's sake then. Watch what I'm doing. Okay? So that's the point. Your following the law, statutes, and commandments shows your fear for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You making what you do and how you do, the works that you do, follow after the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That is showing your fear and your respect for the Most High, and it's the beginning of your wisdom. All right, give me the one in Romans. I believe it's like I want to say like 8. It sounds like 8 in my head. Romans 8, where it says, where Paul is saying the things that I would do.
Okay,
The things that I would, I do not. I need that one. I believe it's where is that? I don't know why 8 is in my head though. But I'm gonna need wherever it is, you're gonna have to start like at 1 on this joint. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brothers bringing out in this topic, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, is what it says in Proverbs, right? Like me knowing the God that I serve, you know what I'm saying? It says in Exodus that the Most High is a man of war. The Lord is a killer, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't playing with no, you know what I'm saying, no Rudy Poo that, you know what I mean? You're not doing that. You dealing with a full out, you know what I'm saying, warlord. You understand? So at the end of the day, I fear the Most High. He is the King of all kings. He's the Lord of all lords. You know what I'm saying? What the hell he says, that's what I'm about. F everybody else. F my mama, the president, who the hell ever else. Nigga, I serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's who I fear, and nobody else. All right. You got it?
yes, sir.
Where we at?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7.
Dang! I'm getting it. Getting it. My wisdom is growing. No. I don't know how. Dang, 7. I thought 7 was the. All right, man. Go ahead.
We're going to start at verse 14. Book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is
14?
spiritual.
Hold on, let me get there with you if I could. 1 second. Oh, that's why I don't know it's 7. Yeah, it's deep in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking 7 was the one about marriages and stuff. That's why. Okay, cool. All right, so you said you started at 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no, I'm in Corinthians. That's my problem. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, Romans 7. Tripping. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Right. We know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal. Okay. So the law is made for the spiritual part of you. Right. So this is what starts the whole thing off. We know that the law is spiritual. What is the law? Let's see if y'all understand this thing. This is good for breakdowns. This is good for camp. This is good for class for you to understand.
The law is the enforcement or the punishment that comes with breaking the law, statutes, commandments.
It can be that, but not in this case. In this case, in context. In this case, Shalom, sir. Yes, sir. You say this weapon, sir? Brother, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. Who was reading? Was I reading? I was reading. So pick it up for me, Itazar. You got to go right now? Okay. All right. So no sweat. Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual. So what is the law? The law is you giving up what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it says, but I am carnal. Like, there's a physical and there's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So the law is more spiritual than physical because, like, you making a choice. You know what I'm saying? You're making a choice. Because, like, you could physically eat pork, but you're making a choice not to. You know what I'm saying? That's spiritual. That's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for we know that the law is spiritual. That's the law. You know what I mean? You making a choice on what you want to do, not what, what the Most High wants you to do, not what physically you want to do. You know what I mean? But I am carnal. That's, yeah. You know what I mean? We are carnal beings. You know what I'm saying? So under sin. So, like, we want to eat that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? But it's spiritual that we don't. You know what I mean? It's spiritual that we turn our life around from what we were taught, and we make a choice to do what the Most High would have us do. That's the spiritual part of it. That's the law, to be spiritual. Verse 15, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that I do. So this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian who wants to change their life. who wants to serve the Most High, who fears God, you're not going to do what you want to do. It says, for that which I do, I allow not. So you're not going to do what you want to do. For what I would, that do I not. Like what I would do, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what the Most High would have me do. You know, there's like you come in, like it's really crucial because like you were raised to celebrate Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You was raised to celebrate the 4th of July and Thanksgiving. And you know what I mean? Like you want to do that stuff, but to make a choice to turn your life around and do not what it is that you would do, that's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? That's spiritual. And that's what we all need to be. You know what I mean? Like Paul, he went through it too. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to change his life. You know what I mean? Like Yahushua called him, you know what I'm saying, and say, follow me. You know what I mean? Like he had to change his life. There was stuff he was doing that, you know, he shouldn't have been doing. So he had to change his life, you know. Romans chapter 7, verse 15, for that which I do, I allow not. You know what I'm saying? For what I would do, that do I not. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do what the Lord wants me to do. But what I hate, that I do. Like you hate, like you love the Most High, you hate going against him. But sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like you'll fall. Sometimes you'll slip and you'll do something that you're not supposed to do that's going to please the Most High. But what I hate, that I do. You know what I mean? Like I hate going against the Most High. We just talked about that. What was that? I think it was the book of Ezekiel. You know what I mean? He didn't want to go against the Most High, but the Most High told him what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So, verse 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. So, like if you do that which you would not do, you got the law is good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's keeping me in, you know, this life. You choose life or death. You know what I'm saying? So if you do what you would not do, you're serving the Most High, and He's gonna bless you. He's gonna give you, you know what I mean? But you know, like it has to be all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go out and try to wake brothers and sisters up, because we all went in slavery together, and we're all gonna get the kingdom together. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I mean? Like that's what we have to do. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. That's your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do it. You're spiritual. You want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. But you know, your flesh, sometimes you have to fight that. You can't let your flesh control you know what I mean? You have to, your spirit has to be able to control your flesh. You have to be able to control your belly. You know what I mean? Not your belly control you, the way you think, and you know what I mean? Like, and what you do. Your belly's growling, so it's yearning for pork. You don't want to eat pork. So you have to be more spiritual and fight that. You don't want your flesh to rule over your spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to be stronger, your spirit or your flesh? And that's where we get caught up a lot. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, we have more of a yearning to smoke weed than to serve the Most High. You rather serve your flesh You rather smoke weed and get the punishments, the judgments, because you can't control your own flesh. You know what I mean? Like that's something that we teach here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to be willing. You know what I mean? Like you have to admit that what you're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you're not, where you need to be. And, like it's a fight. Paul's fighting his flesh right here in these scriptures. And he's laying it out for you. He's letting you know, you know what I mean? Like what I would do, I do not. Like I want to do that, but I'm fighting my flesh. You know what I mean? Like it's the spirit of the Most High, a Holy Spirit, separate. I'm not going to do what the world is doing. I'm going to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to fight your own. That's the, you know what I mean? Like that's the biggest fight. Like, Caps Royale always tell us what Commander General Yohanna told him, like the biggest fight is you fighting, yourself, that fight within yourself. You know what I mean? You fighting your flesh. You fighting, what your body is yearning for, and you be on another level and be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And not do that you would do. Verse 18, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. Like your flesh only wants what your flesh wants. Your flesh doesn't care about what the Most High wants. Your flesh wants to be fed. Your belly wants pork. You know what I mean? Your rod wants white women. You know what I mean? So, but you spiritually, you have to be spiritual. You have to fight your flesh. Your spirit mind has to be stronger than your carnal mind. You know what I mean? For I know, verse 18, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For two will is present. Slack it. For two will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. Like it's rough. That's rough. You know what I mean? Like nigga don't even know how to, you know what I mean, not do what his rod wants him to do and not eat what his belly wants him to eat. It's a rough thing. You know what I mean? Like, and the only way you'll learn that discipline is you come into this school, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And you know what I mean? You use what the Most High has given you, and that is brotherhood. These brothers and sisters are in this school for a reason, and that is to help you change your life. That's, you know what I mean? Like that's what we're here for. You know, you make the phone call, you going through something, you're fighting, there's going to be a brother that you can call that will help you through that fight. Okay. There's going to be a sister that you can call. If you're a sister, there should be another sister that you can call that will help you through that fight, that'll help you, you know what I mean, know how to deal with your husband. You know what I mean? Like know how to deal, you know, with what your household, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So this school is, you know, like the spirit of the Most High, you know, is here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And that's what, you know what I mean, like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's what we need to change our lives. Because, you know, if you do, you know, you flip it, that's what you had in the world. You had homeboys, you had your mama, you had, you know, your daddy and everybody else who helped you, you know what I mean, like do what your flesh wanted you to do. You know what I mean? Told you it was okay. Taught you how to be a whore or sodomite. You know what I mean? So you come into this school and we'll help you fight your flesh and, you know, become spiritual. Okay. Verse 20. For if I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Paul, you know what I mean? Like Paul saying, you know, like if I do that which I don't want to do, you know what I mean? Like it's the sin, it's the flesh. The flesh is, he's letting you know your flesh, you know what I mean? Your flesh is controlling you, you know what I'm saying? So this is, you know what I mean? Like this is a heavy scripture because it's so what blacks are going through today. You know what I mean? Even 2,000 years later, we're still going through it. We're still fighting. And Paul's letting you know, you're not alone. You know, you're not the only one going to be going through this fight. So, you know, just do, you know what I mean? Like you come into the school, like I said, and you use this brotherhood and we'll help you with that fight. Verse 20. Now, if I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. So, you know, Paul's laying it out, you know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? Like you're going to go and, you know, we are held captive by these laws and by sin. So you're going to serve, you're going to do one or the other. You're going to be spiritual, you know what I mean? And keep these laws and be protected by the Most High, or you're going to go into captivity by not keeping these laws. You know, you're going to be a captive to sin. You know what I mean? Like, and only thing that's going to come with that is judgment. You have laws and you have judgments. You know what I mean? Like, there's a judgment for keeping the law, and there's a judgment for going against the law. So, so you just got to fight your physical, your flesh. You got to fight your flesh. And like I said, the only way to do that is to come into this school, ISUPK.com, you know, come up, you know, you learn under these brothers how to fight your flesh and how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And, we'll be that much closer to getting the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the class. So with that, I'll say shalom, and we'll get with y'all next time.